Well, good morning. Today is Monday, December 18th. 1 week away till Christmas. Let's get our little snowman in there. He's kind of slur. He's exhausted, just like me. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. But we have birthdays today. Today is Jennifer Rebecca's birthday. So Jennifer, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jennifer. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Kathleen Johnson, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kathleen. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Lynn Shear, Linshere. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lynn Shear. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Carolyn Rogers, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carolyn. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you all have a great, great birthdays today. 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. I know it kind of sucks having your birthday just before Christmas, doesn't it? My sister was born the day after Christmas. And my mother's sisters had Mark, my cousin, the day before Christmas. But they were at different hospitals. That would have been kind of cool if they would have been in the same hospital. Didn't happen. But when my Aunt Agnes had my cousin Barry, her daughter Tammy had her daughter Shelley, and they were in the same hospital, and they were in the same hospital room because they delivered within 2 days of each other. My Aunt Ag, well, she had 10 kids, so it took her a while. By the time her oldest was ready to have babies, my aunt was still having babies, so it kind of worked out that way. But I thought it was kind of cool. So the Barry and Shelley share like birthday. They're like a day or two apart, but they were together in the nursery. I always said I'd like to have a reunion of the nursery where I was born. I think that would be so cool to find out who was in the nursery when I was born and meet up with them. It'll never happen, but I mean, it would have been nice. The hospital where I was born is now a senior daycare facility. So, like you drop your parents off or whatever, if your parents live with you while you go to work, like a regular daycare. But I do think that's kind of neat that they do that because, nowadays when you have your parents living with you, if you have to work, I was very fortunate when I worked because my Jim, my husband, I was gonna say my husband, everybody knows Jim. Jim. Jim was here. So what I would do in the morning, because I told you my mother was an early riser her whole life. My mother always got up. I didn't get that from my mother or my father. They were both early risers. But they went to bed at a normal time also. Anyway, my mother, when she was living here, I would get up at 4:30 and I would bathe her or give her a shower, whatever she'd rather have. Sometimes she just wanted to have like a sponge bath, but sometimes I just give her a shower in the morning. We're big, like you take a shower every day kind of people. So I get her all cleaned up and then I'd go and make her breakfast. After I helped her get dressed for the day, I'd go and make her breakfast. She'd eat her breakfast while then I got ready for work. And then when I was ready for work, I would come back and get her situated actually in this room and for the TV and, I have a radio or the stereo in here. So, and then all of her books and stuff like that. And I would get her situated and I'd make her lunch. And then Jim would take care of her needs during the day. And then at lunchtime, he would bring her lunch in for her so she didn't have to, because she wasn't very mobile. And so we were able to take care of my mother for a long time. But if I wasn't able to do that, it would have been nice because they didn't have those back then to have a senior daycare. I got to see who binged me. Just 1 minute. Make sure it wasn't something important. Because you guys are most important right now, but I want to make sure. Well, I don't know who it is. They can leave a message then, because I don't know who it was. If I can get this back out, I'll be right back. Oh, you didn't need a close-up of me like that, did you? I don't know when you're watching it, but any time of day, that's too close. Back off. But anyway, did I just sing the anniversary? I didn't do the anniversaries because I started babbling on about my birthday like it was all about me. No, Kim and Brent, today is their 41st anniversary. So Kim and Brent, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy, 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 happy anniversary, happy, 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 happy anniversary. Well, I hope you have a great anniversary, 41 years, that's pretty darn good. But also, if you can include in your prayers Virginia especially needs your prayers today. So hopefully I get this up in time that you can get some prayers in for Virginia. And once again, I want to thank everybody for praying for my sister Mary. I think her biopsy is Thursday. And we'll have to see if it's either me or Denise that's bringing her. One of the two of us is bringing her. Denise thinks she might have a doctor's appointment. She's not really sure. She's got to look. But anyway, one of us will make sure she gets to that appointment. So prayers that the biopsy goes good or well or whatever. I am so far behind in my YouTube videos, and so I so apologize. I have to just sit my butt down and start watching them. I've been so busy. I'm so tired. I went to bed last night at 11:20. 11:20, this little lady was in bed. Well, not little lady, but this lady was in bed. And I fell right to sleep. I was like sound asleep. I was like, I couldn't believe how tired I was. And I woke up naturally at 9:30. So I got, 10 hours sleep. And then I laid in the bed for about an hour playing games on my phone. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I got to do my meeting highlights. So then I come in here to do my meeting highlights, and my iPad is dead. I forgot to plug it in. Oh, that's on the phone. I thought, oh my God, I got a big spot on my face. But no, it's on the phone. Let's see if I can move it there. Now it looks like I got a beauty mark right there. Anyway, I know I'm just being silly. I was going to do my meeting highlights first, and I come in here and my iPad is completely dead because I forgot to charge it. My watch completely dead because I forgot to charge it. My phone running on just the last 10% because I forgot to charge it. I still think that they should figure out a way that things can stay charged longer than they do. I really do believe that. But we went out to dinner with Bertie and Ron yesterday, and I forgot to get them on film. I wasn't sure if we were going to go back to Bertie's house to exchange gifts or if we were bringing them into the restaurant. So I was texting her, and she says, well, we're already here. I thought we would just go back to my house afterwards and play cards, and then we could exchange the gifts then. And I says, oh, okay. And I'm thinking, we're not supposed to be there till 5:30. It's only 4:45. So I told Jim, I says, we got to go because they're up at the restaurant. So we went up there, and they had an appetizer. And I said, well, I have it in my calendar for 5:30 because when we made the plans, I put it in as we were on the phone. I put it in. She says, no, it was 5 o'clock. Love Bertie to death, but sometimes she's always right. And I could have been the one that was mistaken. I really could have, but I put it in my phone at 5:30. It didn't matter. We still got there. We got there at 5, so we weren't late according to Bertie. She was just early. But we had a really nice dinner. I had a chicken parmesan. No, not chicken. Parmesan crusted chicken, baked chicken. And then I had a baked potato with it, and then I had a side salad. And then they had steaks. I know, go figure. We went to a steakhouse. We went to the Longhorn Steakhouse. I love steak. I really love steak, but I don't have enough teeth to eat steak politely. Let's put it that way, politely in a restaurant. And it takes too long because I have to chew it for so long because I'm mostly just using my gums. And I know I could get false teeth, but my gums work fine. I managed. Look at the size I am. I am not wanting for food. I am not undernourished or anything. You can be fat and be malnourished. You really can if you don't eat the proper foods. But I'm not malnourished. Trust me, I'm not. So my cousins left yesterday about 4:30 to head to Toronto. They're going to stay there for a day or two, and then they're going to go to Ottawa because Dale and Lynn's son lives in Ottawa. They're going to spend a couple days there, and then they're going to go back to Toronto for actual Christmas Eve and Christmas Day because they're celebrating early at Stuart's house during the week. And then the week after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's, Paul and Kathy are going to come by, spend the night on their way back to Minnesota. So I get to see Paul and Kathy again. And then yesterday, my brother and Molly came over. He still had his 2 grandsons because he kept them overnight. He brought them to the Christmas party because my nephew Mike and his wife Lauren have season tickets for the Lions, and they usually don't play on Saturdays, but there was a special game, so they played, and so they went to the game. So Mike brought the boys, to JR and James, to the party on Saturday, and then he just kept them overnight. And then the way Mike has to come from his house, it's a little easier to come to my house than to go into Mike's house. And Mike wanted to say goodbye to Paul and Lynn and Sarah and Dale and Kathy. So he came with the boys, and they loved it. They thought my house was like a winter wonderland because, and Molly was like, oh, don't touch this. I said, as long as they don't touch any of my village. And then they started playing, which my grandkids used to do all the time. They lined up all the musical toys and started pushing all the buttons, so all the toys are going off. And then Molly was having a fit about that. And I go, Molly, that's what they're there for. Do you think I sit down on the floor and play with all those musical toys? They're for the kids to play with. And they were very good. So it was like a loud bunch of people. But it was so much fun. I had so much fun. It was really, I enjoy having family around so much. I cannot stress enough how much my family means to me. I know that we are an odd family. I know that there are not very many families like me. And I feel sorry for the people that don't have the closest of family like we do. I have friends that their family, that they could take or leave them. If they never saw them again, they're fine. And it hurts my soul. It really does that, that they find fault with their whole family and that their family really isn't there for them. They're just, they're amazed that everybody has a key to my house. It's like, you want a key? Here, you got a key, you got a key, you got a key. That's how it is. I just, because my cousin Paul came and I gave him the house key, and he says, well, I'll give it back when we leave. And I go, no, when if I'm not here and you're coming through and you need a place to stay, there's the key. Use the key. But no, I have friends that say, even their kids, once their kids left, they have to turn their key over. I just, no, that's just not who I am. And it's like, and I have, like I said, an open door policy. Anybody can come. When I have family dinners, I always have leftovers. I've always got enough. I've got enough to send plates home for people. I just think that more people should be like that. It would be a better world. It really would. But, so I really was thinking, hoping, praying, all of that today I was just going to sit down and just relax and just watch TV, catch up on all my YouTube videos. But I think I'm done with my presents. When Jim gets back from his cardiac rehab, that's where he is right now, we're going to go pull all the presents out from under the tree and divide them into piles. The kids are old enough to know better, but they're still, I don't care about my kids. They're grown adults. They don't need to worry about what they're getting. But the kids, I kind of like to make sure that they have the same amount of gifts. It's more fun, like when you're passing out the gifts. Like if you pass out a gift and then, let's say Sebastian only got 3, but everybody else got 6. As we're handing out the gifts, because the way we do it is we hand out a gift, then you open it and everybody can see what you got. And then you go on to the next gift and then everybody opens it. So with the adults, it's not a big deal. But with the kids, I don't like a kid just sitting there watching saying, oh. Even though they probably spend the same, I do spend the same amount of money on everybody. But then I try to get something that's kind of like a little bit less expensive, that at least they have a gift to open, because I want to make sure they all have the same amount of gifts. And I like the way we open our gifts, because like when everybody opens them free-nilly, you never get to see what anybody got. So I do like that. I think it's a better way to opening. Everybody has their own traditions, but that's kind of like what ours is. Ours is that you eat dinner first, and then after you eat dinner, then we open the gifts. And then after we open the gifts, then we have dessert. And then everybody just sits around and they see then they look closer to see what everybody got and compare it and see if there's something I want or whatever. But like I said, when we exchanged gifts with Birdie yesterday, she got me, here's a picture right here. Of what she got me. She got me a towel with all of our names on it, which I thought was really neat. And then she gave Jim and I a gift certificate to it's Jim's favorite restaurant. I can find something on the menu. It's not my favorite restaurant, but it's that restaurant that Jim and his sister used to go to, and it's still the same restaurant. It's in the same location. It's the same owners. It's the same menu as far as I'm concerned. From back in the 60s, 50s and 60s. They've been there forever. It's called Villas. It's in East Point, Michigan. It's very nice. The food is very good. It's just, I like Olive Garden better. It's just... But I guess the reason is Olive Garden, even though it's an Italian restaurant, it's not really Italian. You know what I mean? But this is an Italian restaurant. So I guess I'm just not used to Italian. Like when you go to a Mexican restaurant or you go to a Mexican restaurant, like there's a difference. Or Chinese. And I heard somewhere that Chinese, if you go to China, that their food is not like our Chinese restaurants. So... I guess I'm just kind of like a snobbish person like that way. A food snob, I guess. But, and then Danny is my last memory that I have. Danny is going to be our memory today. Danny's my last memory that I have on the video. And I just trying to think of it. I know I got to get Mr. Gary. I have to get Gary. I could have swore I already got Kylie, but Kylie will be up for doing another one, so I can get Kylie. So that'll give me 2. Of course, you'll have my memory, but I'll give you my memory on Christmas Eve. So that's 3. So I still got to come up with, what, 3 more, because there's not going to be a memory on Christmas Day. I don't know. There might be. I don't know. We'll just wait on that. So I got to come up with 3 more after those 2. So maybe I can get Denise to come up with another memory. Did I even have a memory? Let me know. I don't remember if I had a memory from Denise. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think Denise gave us a memory. Well, you know, I don't think she did. Let me know. You guys are more observant than me. I'm just too exhausted to remember that. I'm just too tired. But, so tomorrow we have a soup Vlogmas collab coming up. I did mine a couple weeks ago. I did a potato soup in the crock pot. So that it turned out really well. And on Christmas Eve, I think it is. It's Saturday, the 23rd. Oh, my eve of Christmas Eve. That we're doing our cozy drinks. Mine is going to be very boring, but I'm not a really big, like a hot toddy type of person, and I'm not a liquor person. I like vodka, but you know, vodka and I party a little bit too hardy, if you know what I mean. So I don't drink. But I have a recipe that Jim and I like, which is, probably be a 5-minute video. Can you believe a 5-minute video from me, the talker? But yeah, it's just a quick little video. But it's not really a collab because it's just part of Vlogmas. It's something Edie, Kim, Joan, and I do every year. I think we've been doing it since 2018 or 19, something like that. And it's not like a collab. It's just a Vlogmas that we do, and we come up every year and we think about when we want to do it, and then Joan gives us a calendar, and we know when to put it up, so that way we can do it whenever it's convenient for us. But like I said, it's not a collab, but we have fun doing it. We really do. And then, like I said, I'm just gotta go do my meeting highlights now because I can see that my iPad is now charged. I got some laundry in the laundry. I got to flip it over from the washer into the dryer. I have to get back on plan because I had a festive weekend. Let's just say I had a lot. I had a lot of candy and desserts, pop. I had too much stuff. Oh, well, I was going to tell you that on Jim's, I don't know if I told you that after we had our visit with the doctor on Friday, and she was going over all of his stuff, and it's not Jim's heart doctor, because have we seen the heart doctor? I think we saw her like a quick hot minute or something after he had the stent put in. But I think so. I'm pretty sure. You know, look at my memory. I always brag about my memory, but then just like, I think when I'm overwhelmed, my memory, it'll come back to me. But anyway, this particular doctor, you know what? No, I take it back. The heart doctor did tell us. I guess your arteries all have different names, just like your heart, you know, like the right and left ventricle and all that, and all these names. And so then I remember now that the heart doctor had said, you know, you're lucky you did this when you did. I'm glad we did the stress test because, you know, 95% block is really bad. And, you know, especially this particular, whatever she named the artery, whatever it was. And then his other artery, which is 75% blocked, she said what you're very fortunate about is like your arteries are larger than normal. And so even though it's 75% for Jim and a regular person or normal person, see, Jim's not normal, it would probably be about 65, which is fine. So she said she's not concerned about that. But the doctor we went and saw on Friday, she said, you know, you have a really good heart doctor that found this right away with your stress test. And I said, yeah, well, we were really happy about, you know, the results and everything. And she says, no, that was the Widowmaker. And he would have had a heart attack. He would have died. So we're very thankful. So Dr. Joan Crawford We just kind of got that name, and Jim, we went to a practice, and when Jim was going through the names, looking at the names, he says, I'll always remember Joan Crawford, because Jim's terrible about remembering doctors' names. So that's our doctor, Joan Crawford. And it's my doctor, too. My doctor retired. My doctor was Juan Roja, which I really liked. He was my mother's heart doctor. So I have too many doctors. It's like you get to an age, you just have too many doctors. But, you need them. I need a Dr. Chen is my gynecologist. Dr. Noel, not Noel, Omel is my, internist. Dr. Zarafa is my dentist. Dr. Piper is my, I don't know what they're called, when you get your colonoscopies. Dr. Crawford is my heart doctor, because I do get my heart checked because we have heart disease in my family. I think that's all my doctors. I think that's enough, Sandy. You got enough doctors. Anyway, so I'm gonna. Oh, I got a Christmas card. Let me cover up the things. I went last night. I mailed out some more of my Christmas cards. So I haven't been to the post office today. So if I go to the post office today and get any more, I will share them with you tomorrow. Oh, it's a homemade card. I like homemade cards. It says Merry Christmas. I don't know if she would want me to share her. Rosemary, let me know if you want me to share your, because she does these cards. She's an independent demonstrator, and she lives in Murrieta, Murrieta, California, and she has a website and all that good stuff. But I don't want to share it if you don't want me to. So Rosemary, let me know if you want me to share it, and I'll share it on tomorrow's video. But it says, to Sandy, Jim, and family, celebrate the wonder and joy of this festive new year. Happy New Year. Love from Rosemary Lopez and her family. Well, thank you very much. Also, someone had pointed out that maybe I shouldn't say your last names on the videos. I've always told you, if you don't want me to mention anything, just to write it on the inside. That goes for your last name. I always think that your last name's on the outside of the envelope. It's also on the inside of the card. So I just assumed you don't have a problem if I say your last name. I will never share your address. Don't worry about that. I will never share your address. But if you don't want me sharing your last name, either don't put it in the card or in parentheses say, please don't mention my last name. But I don't want to offend anybody, so that's my plan. But anyway, here's our memory from Danny today. And I'm going to tell you to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay.
Wow. Well,
that's why they call her Spotlight, I guess.
Action.
So a Christmas memory for me, there was one year where my brother found where all the Christmas presents were hidden. So he brings me in there to show me where all the Christmas presents, and we're going through, and I'm like, I'm going, oh, this is mine, this is probably Christy's, this is yours. And then I forget how you found out about it, but you found out about it at some point. You were mad at us for a couple days, but then Christmas comes and you're not mad anymore. And we're opening up the presents, and there was this Michigan jacket that I was convinced like it was going to be mine. And Dad opens it, and I turned to Mom and I said, I thought that one was mine. And I thought it was funny, but I wish I would have had the jacket.
Did you ever get the jacket? Or did Dad keep it?
No, it was for Dad.
Like, no. It was always for Dad?
It was always for Dad.